children. How are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy and studying also, because your exam is so near and you are preparing yourself. So as you all know, we are revising Honeysuckle book, and we have already revised 3 chapters, and today we are going to start the 4th chapter of this book, an Indian American woman in space, Kalpana Chawla. So we are going to start this story. This lesson throws light. What is inside this lesson? This lesson throws light upon a tragic incident that had never happened before. It was when the Indian American Kalpana Chawla, the magic woman, was part of the international crew abroad in the US space shuttle Columbia, becoming the first woman born in India to go into space. So that was you can say, a magic woman. She was born and brought up in India, but she was the citizen of America. So now we are moving to the chapter, and first of all you can see this find the meanings of the following words. So first of all we will do this, the process to make someone a citizen of the country. Naturalized means US citizen, and the process to make someone a citizen of country they were not born in. Now B is space, as you all know, and C is frontier of space, leading people, and E is when an aircraft or a spacecraft takes off. So E is lift off, how it is different from takeoff. So lift off means when an aircraft or a spacecraft takes off, that is called lift off. Now we are moving to this. Notice the spellings of these words in the lesson airplane program. This is how these words are spelled in American English. How are they spelled in British English? Now here you can see a news report which was published in that day, which day she was assassinated. And now we are moving to the chapter, and you can see in this news report, in an unprecedented space tragedy, US space shuttle Columbia carrying India-born American astronaut Kalpana Chawla was 6 others broke apart in flames as it streaked over Texas towards its landing strip on Saturday, 1st February 2003, killing all 7 on board. The shuttle lost contact with NASA at about 9 a.m. 9:30 hours IST. As it came in for landing, it was flying at an altitude of over 200,000 feet and traveling at over 20,000 km per hour. When ground control lost contact with the shuttle, Columbia had lifted off on 16 January 2003 from the Kennedy Space Center, Florida. It had stayed in orbit for 16 days, and the 7-member crew conducted 80 experiments before it began its downward journey, which ended in tragedy. This was Columbia's 28th space flight, and the shuttle was said to be good for 100 flights. So now here you can see broke apart. Broke apart means crashed. On board, it means on or in aircraft. Now here you can see the essence of this news release, that is US Space Shuttle Columbia, which was carrying India from born American astronaut Kalpana Chawla and 6 other crashed over Texas while landing on Saturday, 1st February 2003, killing all 7 on board. Sharp at 9 am, the shuttle lost its contact with NASA. It was flying at an altitude over 200,000 feet and its traveling speed was 20,000 per hour. When ground control lost its contact with the shuttle Columbia, its 28th flight on 16 January 2003 from the Kennedy Space Center, Florida. It stayed in orbit for 6 days and crew members did 80 experiments before beginning its tragic journey towards the land. This shuttle had claimed to be good for 100 flights more. Now we are moving to this first paragraph. Kalpana Chawla said that she never dreamed as a child in Karnal and she would cross the frontiers of space. It was enough that her parents allowed her to attend engineering college after they graduated from Tagore School. Now here you can see she was not expected herself that she will become a very famous astronaut. And Kalpana's birthplace was Karnal, as you all know. She said that she never dreamed to ever cross the leaders of space even. It was enough for her that her parents permitted her to attend engineering college after her graduation from Tagore School. Now we are moving to second paragraph. After a Bachelor of Science degree in Aeronautical Engineering, against great opposition from her father, she went for a master's degree to the United States of America. She later earned her PhD in aerospace engineering. Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian American woman astronaut to blast off from the launch pad at the Cape Canaveral, Florida, and participate in the successful mission in space. Her family from India cheered along with staff at the Kennedy Space Center as they watched the Columbia liftoff. Now, Kalpana Chawla was you can say despite her father's opposition, Kalpana went for a master degree to the United States of America. After completing her bachelor degree in aeronautical engineering, later she did her PhD in aerospace engineering. She was the first Indo-American woman astronaut to take off from the rocket launching site at the Cape Canaveral, Florida, for a successful mission in space. Her family from India cheered along with the staff at the Kennedy Space Center as they watched the Columbia liftoff. So here you can see this picture or image of great Kalpana Chawla. Now we are moving to next. We are moving to paragraph number 3. Kalpana was born in Karnal, Haryana, but was naturalized US citizen, married to flight instructor Jean Pierre Harrison. Beside being an astronaut, she was licensed to fly single and multi-engine land airplanes, single-engine scale planes and gliders. She was also a certified flight instructor. After qualifying as a pilot, Kalpana began to consider another challenge, applying to NASA Space Shuttle program. She was first hired as a research scientist at NASA. In 1994, she was selected by NASA for training as an astronaut. Now, Kalpana's birthplace was Karnal, Haryana, but she became a US citizen. She was married to flight instructor Jean Pierre Harrison. Apart from being an astronaut, she was adept at flying single and multi-engine land airplanes, single-engine seaplanes and the gliders. She was also a certified flight instructor. After qualifying as a pilot, Kalpana took another challenge and applied to NASA Space Shuttle program. First, she joined NASA as a research scientist. In 1994, she was selected for training as an astronaut by NASA. So, she had a privilege to be member of NASA. Now, paragraph number 4. When asked what it was like being a woman in her field, she replied, I really never ever thought while pursuing my studies or doing anything else that I was a woman or a person from a small city or a different country. I pretty much had my dreams like anyone else and I followed them. And people who were around me, fortunately, always encouraged me and said, if that's what you want to do, carry on. Now people ask her about her feeling as a being a woman in the field. So she replied that she never thought that she was a woman or she belongs to a small city or from another country. Rather, she had her own dreams and she followed them like any other person at that place. And fortunately, people in her surrounding always motivated her to pursue her dreams and carry on with the dreams or arenas of her choice. So she was very fortunate about that she stated. Now, number 5. Kalpana's first space mission in Space Shuttle Columbia was 15 days, 16 hours and 34 minutes long. During this time, she went around the Earth 252 times, traveling 10.45 million kilometers. The crew included a Japanese and a Ukrainian astronaut. The crew performed experiments such as pollinating plants to observe food growth in space and test for making stronger metals and faster computer chips, and for a price tag of about $56 million. Now, Columbia was her first space mission. It was 15 days, 16 hours and 34 minutes to complete it. She covered 10.45 kilometers while orbiting around the Earth for 252 times. The crew had a Japanese and a Ukrainian astronaut. The crew tried to pollinate plants to check food growth in the space and conducted tests for making stronger metals and faster computer chips, all for a price tag of about $56 million. So, we are moving to the 6th paragraph. On the Saturday night, when the news about the Columbia disaster broke, there was a shock and disbelief. The town of Karnal spent a sleepless night as thousands of households stayed glued to their television sets in the hope that Kalpana and the crew had somehow survived. A journalist wrote, she was a heroine. It takes enormous ability to become an astronaut. You need to know a lot about everything from biology to astrophysics to aeronautical engineering. In this age of specialization, you must have encyclopedic knowledge to be an astronaut. Her achievement is awe-inspiring. People filled with grief and were not able to believe the news of Columbia disasters. They were stuck to their television sets to get the news of Kalpana's survival. A journalist called her heroine. It is a similar of huge potential to be an astronaut. One needs to have thorough knowledge of every subject from biology to astrophysics to aeronautical engineering. Her achievements were actually remarkable. Now we are moving to the concluding paragraph of this chapter. For millions of young Indians, the story of Kalpana Chawla, a girl from a small town who touched the skies, had become an inspiration. In a message that she sent from abroad, the space shuttle Columbia, to students of her college in Chandigarh, Kalpana said, "The path from dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get into it. Wishing you a great journey. There will surely be many who start off on this journey to fulfill their dream." Now, wonderful line, it is written, Kalpana's story stimulated thousands of young minds to do something creative and innovative. She touched the sky and became an inspiration for many. She even sent a message from Columbia to the students of her college in Chandigarh. She said, "The path from dreams to success does not exist. May you have the vision to find out, the courage to get onto it. Wishing you a great journey. There must be many people who might have even started their journey to make their dreams a reality." So, children, this is a very inspiring, you can say, incident or story of Kalpana Chawla, and she was genius and she was done wonderful job for her country, and she always gave inspiration because she was a most inspirational person. And for women also, for girls of India, can learn from her life a lot. Now we are moving to write some word meaning that you are not able to understand what is disaster. So, disaster means a sudden accident or natural calamity that causes damage or loss of life. Okay, so write down all of you. Here you can say it is. So, let's start writing some word meanings. So, you can write the meaning of disaster. Disaster means a sudden accident or natural calamity. Or natural calamities. And now next word is disbelief. Disbelief. Disbelief means lack of belief. Lack of belief. Now next word is glued. Glued means sticked. Now next word is enormous. Enormous means huge. Now next word is encyclopedic. Encyclopedic. Encyclopedic means comprehensive and complete. Comprehensive and complete. Now next is astrophysics. Astrophysics. Astrophysics means branch of astronomy. Branch of astronomy that studies physical nature of celestial body. So because there is very less space, that I am going to repeat it. Astrophysics means branch of astronomy that studies physical nature of celestial body. Now next is stars or etc. you can say. Next is aeronautical. Aeronautical. Aeronautical means science of building aircraft. Science of building aircrafts. So these are the difficult words. Now offspring, stunning. Now you can see here in this so this meaning is stunning, astonishing, and amazing. You can write more adjectives. So after that, writing these word meaning, we are moving to solve question and answers. Where was Kalpana Chawla born? Why is she called an Indian American? So first of all, as you all know, she was born at Karnal in Haryana, She is called an Indian American because she was an Indian by birth, but later she became a citizen of United States by marriage. She got married with Jean Pierre. Now, next question is, when and why did she go to US? Who did she marry? After completing, answer we can write, after completing her graduation, she went to US for a master degree. She married to a flight instructor, Jean Perry Harrison. Now we are moving to third question. Third question, how did she become an astronaut? What gave her the idea that she could be an astronaut? So, in this answer you can write, by doing her degree in aeronautical engineering from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, PhD in aerospace engineering from States, she became an astronaut. Her success as a pilot gave her ideas that she can be an astronaut. Now we are moving to fourth question. What ability must an astronaut have according to the generalist? According to the generalist, one must have thorough encyclopedic knowledge of every subject to be an astronaut. Now number 5, describe Kalpana Chawla, first woman in space. So this is, you can describe this Kalpana first space mission in the space shuttle Columbia was about 16 days long. During the time she went around the earth 252 times, covering 10.45 million kilometers. The crew included a Japanese and Ukrainian astronaut. The crew performed experiment. They pollinated plants to check good growth in space and conducted tests for making stronger metals as faster computer chips, all for a price tag of about $56 million. Now the question number 6, you can see, what was Kalpana Chawla said? What does Kalpana Chawla say about pursuing a dream? Do you agree with her that success is possible? Yes, of course. She says that every dream can be a success. The only thing that one needs to pursue, it is a courage and vision. Yes, I completely agree with this. So that we will do, and we will give you. So we are going to write read the newspaper to find out the following dates and Columbia ill-fated liftoff. Now we are going to write first one, 16 January 2003. Number of astronaut on board, 7 members were there. Number of days it stayed in space, 16 days. And how many experiment done by the scientists? 80 experiment. Now date of return journey was February 2000. 1st February 2003. Okay. Now, height at which it lost contact, at an altitude of feet. Okay. So complete it. Now we are moving to working with language. Working with language, we are going to do So first of all we should know where the A, B and C. So first of all we will do this word meaning. So we will write in first the F is correct and 2 is matched with E and 3 with D and 4 with G and then 5th with B and 6th with A and 7 with C. It means this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you are going to match it. So answer is there, you just write down. Now we are moving to grammar exercise. Use these phrases in sentences on your own and finding out their meanings. So you just write down your own. And now here the opposites we have to do: identified, unidentified, then controlled, uncontrolled, then attendant, unattended, then successful, unsuccessful, then important, unimportant, now here you can see educated, educated, uneducated, now next is interesting, uninteresting, next is qualified, unqualified, and next is trained, untrained, untrained, and then answerable, unanswerable, so this way you just complete the exercise. Now this is your speaking part, then writing part, British and American accent, how it is going to write. So color, you can write color. Labor in American is a different way, and in British, because we are following British English, so we're supposed to write like this: traveler, traveler. Now next is counselor, counselor in American, like this: center, center in American, center, and then theater in English, British English, theater, and then organize, organize, then realize, in American, realize, Z will be there, and defense in American, defense, and offense in offense in American English, offense. So this way we can complete this exercise. So children, see these answers. This is first answer, just take a screenshot. Now second answer. Then this is third answer. Just take a screenshot. And here you can see this third answer is quite long. And then third answer, you just take a screenshot. And then fourth answer. And then fifth answer. You can take a screenshot. And then the sixth answer. So complete it, learn it. Till then, bye-bye, take care.